fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. 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 I'm feeling cleaner than I ever would be. It's cooler than Antarctica's weather would be. Damn, I think my swagger is a weapon to me. And dudes don't count you off the record to me. So don't be stepping to me, trying to shake my hand. I'm already the man, ain't trying to make your band. I feel the fact that I'm real, just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fact that I'm real, just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. 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 You're not really seeing me, dawg. Real talk. You feeling whacker than you ever would be. In mine, you think you was better than me. Stop it. You ain't better than me. I got a lot of macaroni cause I cheddar and cheese. See me in my 50. You said that man, he just shit it. Cause I show you how I do it, but don't show you how I did it. I be multiplying numbers so you not in my division. Call me Rudolph, you be dashing like. See me in my 50. You said that man, he just shit it. Cause I show you how I do it, but don't show you how I do it. See me in my 50, you said that man, he just shit it. Cause I show you how I do it, but don't show you how I did it. I be multiplying numbers so you not in my division. Call me Rudolph, you be dashing like blue. Think a nigga dumb, but you never catch me slipping. Hella Grey Goose is what you catch me sipping. You don't get girls cause they know you tripping. Acting like you making money, but you bullshitting. My style so clean, don't none of it be script. Got hella bitches, but don't none of them be bitchin'. And I got a grill, so my drink just chill. Mr. Yes, I'm so fly in the field. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. So debonair, so debonair, so debonair, so debonair, so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. You not Kobe, you would never repeat. In mine, you think you can level with me. You can't level with me, I'm so heavenly. You boys like the devil to me. You rebel to me, so don't take no chance. Back at it again, I gotta make my ends. I feel the fact that I kill just help me live. So piss me off, cause it make me shoot. Damn, them haters still mad. I done took off while they steady dragging. And I be the nagger to always keep my cash. And I always love to have a hot party bashing. First verse I told y'all they just a mad. If you was me, 100 G's would be nothing. I see the money while you just glance. Your scare money will never take a chance, man. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. So debonair, 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 so debonair. I did it, I did it, I did it,
DJ Tape.
I did it, 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 you did it, I did it, you did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it.
What's going on, y'all? We got some things to talk about. Y'all know I've been following this Will Smith thing, and the Academy has banned him. I dropped the link, so if y'all want to come up here, you have the opportunity to do it. I want to talk to you guys because I want to know how you guys feel about what just happened. I think it's total BS. Absolutely not. And I'm not sitting around for this. So, I want to hear what y'all have to say. Let's take care of this business real quick. If you want to join my tribe, please stand by my side. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification button. Make sure you hit all so you get notified every time I go live. Like the video, share the video, comment below in the comment section. Keep us in that algorithm, y'all. Comment below. Y'all been doing a great job with doing the comments in the comment section. Comment in the chat while you're here. Let's go ahead and say what's up to everybody that is here. What's going on, friend? I see you in the chat. The Vegas girl is here. What's going on with you? What's going on, Shauna? Miss Reed, what's going on? What's going on, Miss Reed? Bikini body challenge. What's going on with you? I love the dancing things. That's like my 5-minute thing. What is going on? Who else is here? Cat in the chat. What's going on? What's going on, my boo? I love you. Who else is here? We have Ann here. What's going on with you? And that's all that's in the chat, y'all. There's 22 people here that I can see. Make sure we get those likes up for this video. If you want to join this, please click that link because I want to talk about this, y'all. What's going on, Vicky? Hello, SoDebNair, and everybody in the chat. Does Will Smith deserve 10 years from the Academy? Does he deserve that? Is that what we're doing? I'm not here for this at all. I'm not here for this at all. As Black people, we have to now. When we were boycotting the Oscars, it's time for us to really do it. What's going on, Anna? Are y'all feeling this? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like he deserves 10 years. Put a 2 in the chat if he doesn't. I don't think he does. Miss Reese said no. Nope. No, he does. He doesn't. That's BS. It's total BS. Listen, I am pissed about this decision. 2, he does deserve it. Okay, Shauna. I'm jealous of Will. There are a few bitches I want to slap, but I don't have the guts like Will. Oh no, 2, he doesn't deserve it. I'm sorry, I'm right. Yeah, I mean, I was wrong. Okay. Not feeling it at all. I think so. Okay. Deborah says 1. Okay. Really? Okay. Y'all, again, I dropped the link. It's pinned to the top. I'm gonna post it one more time. Listen, this is conversation time for the tribe. Let's talk about this. I want to hear y'all's opinions about this. Absolutely not for me. I feel like absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not here for it. And the thing is that we're having discussions about, well, will Will Smith work again? Will Smith has the money to put his money into making his own movies, his own productions. And as a Black person, I will support them. I will absolutely support them. I feel like Tyler Perry he stands with him. He has Tyler Perry now. Those might not be the best productions. Might not be the best ones. But I would rob Tyler Perry if he don't make his own stuff. And said it took him 30 years to win an Oscar. However, they rate a movie that won and gets nominated. He might not have another Oscar-winning performance, not because of this. I don't think that the Oscars is that important though anymore. Like, I mean, people are not even watching those shows. He could work. He owns his own production company, exactly, and I would do that. So, Deb, if Will has slapped Busy, how would you feel? I would feel bad. Now, I would feel bad. But I mean, I think after the first joke, I'm like, Busy, you might want to lay off those jokes. They're not that funny. And, especially knowing that she has alopecia, I'm not down for that. Like, I feel like Chris Rock owes Jada Pinkett an apology, period. And we have not seen it. I'm not down for people smacking Busy at all. I'm totally not down for that. Um, but I just feel like, listen, sometimes jokes just go too far, and you have to recognize when they do. No, I feel like it's extreme, and they just trying to save face. I feel like they're paying them back for boycotting against the Oscars. Oscars So White was a very big thing for Black people, even though y'all still watch it because I didn't watch it. Listen, Missy wouldn't just stand there and let some. That's no, Missy probably would just call the cops. Will Smith would be in jail if it was busy. I do know that. Over the top punishment, especially for a person who has been largely unproblematic. That's what I'm saying, Cat in the Chat. See, that's my thing. Like, Will Smith has been so unproblematic for his entire career, and then all of a sudden, like, he's this bad person. Absolutely. I'm not doing this. Yes, I agree. They are definitely getting them back for that. That's what this all this is. Nobody's pointing that out. Like, nobody's saying, oh, well, maybe this is absolutely the reason why this is happening. I feel like they set Chris Rock up to set them up for this type of thing. Wondering what he would have gotten if Chris would have pressed charges. Whatever consequences that would have rendered, I think would be better accepted. I think because he doesn't have like a problematic past, he wouldn't have gotten anything. So, I mean, maybe him doing that, it's like, yo, this is a strike for you. But absolutely not. I don't feel like he deserves any of these consequences. Like, yo, you made a mistake. We are all human. We make mistakes. I don't feel like he deserves any of this. What's going on, Janet Holiday? Don't be messy with Busy. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. It goes back my friend. But this is problematic for me. It's very problematic. Hey, SoDebNair, what's going on? Just simply, this is super problematic, and I feel like, are we going to really boycott the Oscars now? Like, does this make the reason for us to boycott it like real now? Because Oscars So White was a thing. Unfortunately, we did not even make it to canceling that. 10 years is very excessive. It's way too excessive. Like, it's under no circumstances. I'm sorry. Under no circumstances is okay. The Oscars don't want us there anyway. Exactly, Mocha. That's what I'm saying. They don't want us there. So the biggest Black star that they have makes a mistake. They make an example out of him. And people are debating whether this is cool or not. It's not. My question is anyone really surprised? No, I'm not. Because I feel like this is payback. Y'all can put a 1 in the chat if y'all think it's payback or not. Are y'all surprised? I'm not surprised at all. What's going on, Miss Sparkles? I know you're not. No, I'm not. Absolutely, I'm not. We should make our own Oscars, and that's what I'm saying. And we had the BET Awards. We don't respect it, but to me, this is definitely not okay. This is definitely something that has to do with race. I said it. Allegedly, I'm saying that to me. It's Will Smith. Y'all letting OJ run around after he done went to jail for allegedly doing what he did. And that's cool. But y'all are suspending Will Smith for 10 years from the Oscars. Like, this don't make no sense to me. One, okay, exactly. I'm not surprised. You're not surprised. Exactly. I'm so over this situation. I'm over it. Will Smith, and I'm telling y'all right now, I said this in my last slide, if they cancel Bel Air, I'm really boycotting everything. I'm boycotting every single thing that has to do with that that's canceling that show because Bel Air is an amazing show. And I don't want them to cancel that. And Will Smith needs to be a part of that show. That's why I didn't understand the boycott in 2016. Will and Jada should have created an elegant award show like the Oscars and done things that way. But you know, when black people do stuff, they don't support it. We want to be accepted by these white people so bad. And now here Will Smith is at those white people's awards, smacking that black man who they really love. And now here we are. Right, this is Will Smith we are talking about. Come on now. Exactly. It's Will Smith. He's not even a problematic person. Like, they are punishing him for him and Jada Pinkett for supporting that Oscar So White protest that they were doing. That's all this is. Oscars ratings will definitely tank. I don't even watch it on YouTube. I don't watch a recording of it on somebody's Facebook page or on Twitter. I don't watch any of it. I will not be there. If they cancel Bel Air, it's a wrap. I'm knocking everything over this bitch. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand the repercussions that's going on here. Black people are debating like, oh, well, he shouldn't have did it with the wrong place, wrong time in front of white people. No, if you talking cash money-ish about my wife in the black community, this is what happens sometimes. So just because it's in front of white people don't mean that we can't be black and do stuff that black people do. Listen, because Chris Rock should have known not to do it in front of white people. Why is that not a conversation? Absolutely. I'm not here for this. Please, no, don't care. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's, and this is my thing. People are saying Will's going to work, but then these black people want to get Oscars. So do you think production companies are going to still support him if they can't get an Oscar for their work? No, they're not. So this affects a lot of other people besides Will Smith. And as soon as they could, they locked OJ up for stealing his own shit. Exactly. Are they saying they're going to? No, but they're not saying that. I'm making my own personal stance about this because if they're canceling Will Smith, this is Will Smith's show. So us supporting him being canceled and the Academy not working with him, we are also talking about the things that he's connected to. And Bel Air is one of those things that he's connected to. Nobody's thinking about the bigger picture. Everybody who he's employed, they're going to be affected by this. They can't go to, they probably will not win Oscars, for his whole time of being canceled for 10 years because it's his production. Seems Chris got the slap maybe August should have gotten. I mean, I think they both should have gotten. That's my own opinion. No, not yet, Big Dynamite. Let's not even speak that to existence. Yeah, but I'm just saying that's going to be a part of the problem, right? To be honest, Chris has said other problematic jokes. That's what I'm saying. Like, you being a comedian not an excuse to be problematic. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the thing where I think it separates people because they're like, well, it's comedy. But sometimes comedy is problematic. Imagine if this was somebody from the LGBT community. They would all stand together as the LGBT community and say that this is wrong. Black people are like, well, I mean, not in front of white people. He shouldn't have did that. But I mean, this is all people are comparing this to, Monique and Candace. And it's like the your mama joke, like there's some things that we just don't do as black people. And this is something that you just don't do. Like, you don't make fun of somebody saying, I don't care if you knew it or not. The first thing that should come out of Chris Rock's mouth was an apology to Jada Pinkett Smith. Whether he believed that it was a bad joke or not, she has alopecia. We all know that. And if we didn't know, we know now. I still have not heard that apology. And where are the alopecia people that are, the advocates for that? Because had this been PETA and Will Smith had to kick the dog, oh, guess what? They would have been all over this. Where are the people, the advocates for alopecia? But have you noticed that they are playing Will Smith's movies all over the place? I have not noticed. I haven't seen any of that. Will biopic has been put on pause. Wow. All the people who worked on Bad Boys 4, Bel Air, if they include shows he isn't starring in, other movies have been at work on what happened to those people. That's what I'm saying. This will cancel a lot of stuff that's coming. And I'm not canceling no Will Smith production or nothing he's in because I have not been disappointed yet. Listen, after August, it said that people knew he was a ticking time bomb. Only so much a man is going to take, and you doing it in his face, child. That's what I'm. This is why you my friend. This is why you my friend. What was it? Jenna Holiday said, "Why are we talking about this again? Because they just canceled. They just banned him for 10 years today, so we got to talk about it again. 100%. Alopecia is not a disease. It is a medical term for hair loss. You probably have it with that hat you always wear. I don't have alopecia, Renee. I think that's what it is. My hair is very healthy. It looks it's very healthy. So I'm not sure where you're coming from with that. Alopecia doesn't just affect just your hair. If you watch my first video, you would know all the things that alopecia affects, but maybe you're not educated enough to know that. So maybe you should go back and watch that video or look up alopecia. How about that? Will needs to go on the Oprah table yesterday. Him and Jada. I see you. I see you. You see me, friend. Absolutely. You can call, tell your jokes, but no, if you say the wrong thing, you can get popped. That's been in the Black community for our entire lives. Don't matter where you are, where you act up, it's where you get effed up, not later. Exactly. Like that's been the Black community, period. This is not something shocking. And just because white people were there does not mean that you do not have opportunity to get popped. Is it wrong? Yes. But that doesn't stop that for some people because sometimes people are fed up. Yes, my hair is definitely popping. Look at this. I don't know where Renee came from, but girl, wherever you come from, go back to where you came from. Because absolutely, I don't have alopecia, and if I did, I would really be pissed about that. I have alopecia, Vicky Black. Okay, you can put it in the chat too. You know, I know it's more than just hair loss. Listen, I'm keeping it cute today. So, Renee, I hope you logged off because once this keeps on going on, I might revisit your comments. Renee just like to shade. Renee better keep it cute because I like the shade too, and my shade ain't cute. Blue. Last time I threw shade, I got in trouble on the internet, so I'm trying not to. Well, at all the award shows, they walk up to get the awards from the audience. So this can happen again with someone else. Stand-up comics to take that chance. Absolutely. You keeping it cute like your hair, period. Bam. Okay. Let them know, Greg. Honk the horn in their ass, Greg. Like, I don't even know where that came from, but I know I don't have alopecia. So, and if I did, I would be offended that this was a joke. No, don't get in trouble. I'm not Janet Holiday. I'm keeping it cute. I'm keeping it cute. But y'all, somebody come up here. Renee, you come on, since you want to talk about me. You know, I dropped the link. Come on. Let's talk. Yes, yes. Toot toot boop boop. I miss Greg too. He was always ready for needing shade. Loop. Okay. But yes, I mean that didn't bother me at all. I'm sorry. Really. Maybe someone else, maybe another time. Catch me at another time, and I'm gonna having a bad day. I'm having a good day today. So thank you for pointing out that I might have alopecia, but I don't. Yes, Greg was the best. He was always ready for Nene Shade. He was like the tag team. Toot toot boop boop. Bam, let him know. But I do not feel like, here we go, but alopecia is a condition, not a disease itself. Condition, disease, they're both something there's something that affects your health. So it's a health issue. Let's say it's a health issue. The thing is that it was still disrespectful. Okay. And it should have never been a joke. And when you found out that it was a joke, if you didn't know, there should have been an apology to happen right after you realized that it was a health condition. This is not a it's not a disease. How about that? Okay. Let's move on. I just like I feel like we worked really hard for to be in those spaces, to get those awards, and honestly, I think as an adult, I started to realize, like, as a black person, do I really even want one? If I was that person, does that make it something that's really valuable to me? Like, I made the white people happy, or is it something that I want because it gives me credit for my accomplishments? I feel like it was as bad as a fat joke. I mean, fat for some people is a health condition as well, and some people make fat jokes, and people have health issues with their weight. So does that make it right to make a joke about alopecia because you have a health issue versus a disease? Absolutely not. Big Willie needs to put pen to paper, new album, and do a verses and get that itch off his chest. That actually be good. I would actually like to see that. Actually, I don't want to see a rap, but hey. I think that we are sitting here judging, and we're sitting here trying to figure out what it is, but we're talking about somebody's whole career. We're talking about somebody's job, that feeds their family. Yes, Will Smith probably has all the money in the world. But should we be the judge of him not having any money anymore? I don't think so. Of all nights, he could have just let Will have his night. So many other people in the room he could have joked on. And I agree. It was like, to me, I do feel this. I thank you for saying this, Mel. I feel like his joke was more problematic than Will smacking him, because this man worked so hard in that movie that night. I mean, for that night. And here you are making fun of his wife who has a health condition. Make sure I say it right. And it's not funny to him because, again, we don't know what they go through behind closed doors with her health condition, with her hair. For a lot of us, our hair is everything. I mean, y'all see me talk about my hair all the time over here. My hair is growing so much. I mean, it's very healthy. It's doing a lot. And this is the first time I have never had any like processes in my hair. Like, this is all my natural hair. And for Black people, our hair means a lot to us. So I don't think that we don't know what's going on at home for, Will and Jada. And I can't judge that man for being upset about the joke, because all we know is that he smacked him over a joke, but that joke had so many layers to it. 10 years is way too much, though. It is way too much. Go back to the beginning. Yeah. What's going on, the Real Estate Insider? But looks like look at Bill Cosby. The whole cast have been affected by his actions. That's what I'm saying. Look at Roseanne when she made her comments. Now, granted, they did make their own show, but people wanted the Roseanne show. Will Smith's actions caused a lot of issues for a lot of people, or could cause issues for a lot of people. And I think that he was like the producer, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong or I'm right. Of Bel Air. Bel Air is one of our shows that we have right now that people are signing up for our app to watch. It's not on like cable television, and it's a show that we hold near and dear to our hearts. So don't just think about Will Smith in this moment. Think about everybody who was affected, from his wife to his children to the people he has employed. I thought they should have said we would have asked the same things he has already done, to resign from the academy and maybe 3 years off. I think 1 year off would have been fine. I think a warning would have been fine because it's his first offense. When you go to court for something as small as a smack, they don't throw you in jail for 10 years. They don't throw you in jail for 3 years. They don't throw you in jail for 1 year. You might be on probation, okay? But you don't get the biggest, well, like one of the biggest offenses, punishments because you did something wrong. So his punishment is not right, period. And I feel like as Black people, as white people, as any nationality, we need to stand up for this. This is not right, period. It's not. Everyone keeps saying he worked 30 years for this and he should have just let it go. I feel like Chris should have just left him alone for that very reason. Exactly, Mel. You told the joke in 16. Why are we still talking about it in 2022? Like it's the same thing. And where is your apology for this woman who has alopecia? Nobody's talking about that. It was funny until Jada looked at him and yes, Deb, you are mighty fine. She said, thank you. Thank you. I don't know. Yeah, thank you. I hope this doesn't affect Bel Air. That's my biggest gripe with this is that people are not understanding the effects that it could have on the things that Will Smith has done and the people who he worked with. But he can still get his awards, right? We don't know. We don't know yet. He won the Oscar, went to a few parties, then resigned the next day to get ahead of the Academy consequences that were coming up. But they got mad about it and just gave him 10 years. Right. He already had resigned. So, like, why are y'all giving him 10 years? If he knew that he did something that he felt was wrong, like, why? He resigned. Just say, when you come back, we may not. They could have just kept quiet and said, hey, if you decide to come back within the next 10 years, we're not going to let you back. But he already resigned. It's tit for tat. And I'm telling y'all, this is a punishment for him and Jada supporting that Oscar so white thing. You can't tell me nothing different. This was their job to have him resign, not his. This was their job to have him resign, not his. Will is unhinged from all the stuff. Everybody cracks at a certain point. Exactly. And you cannot be mad when somebody actually cracks. They crack. Listen, I can't talk because I've done it. I think there's a lot of us, we've done this before. We have cracked at some point. And they're sitting here judging this man, and it's not right. I don't feel like this is right at all. I feel like I would never even go back to the Oscars after 10 years if he's still alive at that time. I would never even go back. I feel like it was Whoopi's decision. I don't think that it was. I don't think it was Whoopi's at all. She is on the Oscars board. I know that. I think that she fought for it. I think that's why it took them so long to make the decision. Yes, he can. The winner to tonight is Will Smith. He is unable to attend tonight due to him smacking the shit out of Chris Rock in 2020. He already resigned. Like, y'all, they could have sent him an email. Listen, we know you resigned, but if you decide to come back, 10 years, period. And it could have been just like that. I feel like him resigning wasn't as big as this 10 years. I think since they were scrutinized for not acting that night, they had to send down a harsher punishment. I feel like because they were really sitting down to being like, yo, they tried to cancel us, right? How can we make this make him an example? 10 years, boom, we're gonna do that. I think it's because they boycotted the Oscars. Whoopi couldn't make that decision by herself. She's not the only one on the committee, right? That's what I'm saying. I don't think that was her decision. I think she was probably the last person because maybe they were sitting there trying to vote and she had to make, they wasn't letting up on her. I think that's the reason why this went through. Someone can accept any award for him. Well, that's true too, and that's true. Chris should charge him with an assault. And if he does, then if I was Jada, I would charge him for making fun of my health issue because you cannot do that. It's totally unacceptable. And we are the people who advocate for alopecia because that is absolutely, imagine being cancer, HIV, diabetes, any other, serious health issue or disease, whatever it is, they would be PETA. He kicked the dog. They'll be all over this. Where are the alopecia advocates at? Should be banned for life. Oh, absolutely. No, he shouldn't. Can you sue someone for calling you fat? Yeah, I mean, somebody sued McDonald's for eating their food. So yeah, you can. And they won that case because they got fat from eating McDonald's food. So absolutely, you can sue them for calling you fat. Actually, you can sue them for making you fat. Willis and rehab. Yes, I did see that. Or calling out a bald dude. No, because the bald dude chose to be bald. Now, if you are making fun of somebody who has a health issue, it's called bullying. You can sue somebody for bullying. You can. So let's make sure that we are very clear on that. Somebody has sued McDonald's for making them fat, and you can definitely sue somebody for bullying you. Whether it's and we saw you do it on real life, we have the proof of it. Jada has a case that she could win. It's bullying. So yeah. I hear Chris is talking to lawyers. I heard that today too. And I think he's going to, if he wins that case, I'm telling you, I don't have any respect for him now. I would really lose all the respect for him if he actually goes through with that. Male pattern bonus is an illness. Okay. And then if you're bullying me because I have this illness, I can take you to court. It's bullying. You cannot make fun of somebody because they have an illness. It's something I can't control. You can take somebody to court for that. Absolutely can. So I don't know if you did not know that, but bullying is a very serious thing. And people take that very serious, especially the law. And you can spend some time or pay some fines for bullying somebody. If it was a fashion decision, that's different. But you absolutely cannot make fun of somebody's illness, health condition, their sickness. You cannot do that in real life. And that's, to me, that not being a big problem to me is a bigger issue for me altogether. Forget protecting his wife. This man made fun of a woman who has a health condition. What's going on, Candy R? And nobody's like talking about it. They don't care about it. All they're talking about is Will Smith smacking this man for making fun of his wife who has a health condition. And it's not okay. What if that was your wife or your husband? What if it was your child? You sitting there and taking that and they be making jokes. They be going on comedy tours about your child's hair. Are you really sitting there thinking, oh, it's just jokes? And because we're in front of white people, I can't address you because I see you in person at this time? Absolutely not. Make fun of my kids. I guarantee you, I'm going to smack your ass too. Chris is not totally innocent himself. He did go off script and was ad-libbing. Had he stuck to the script, there would have been no issue. Thank you. They approve those jokes before they even go up there. I mean, it's part of a production. They have to approve his jokes. So absolutely not. I thought Chris Rock didn't know about the alopecia though. Mystery, even if he didn't know about it, now he knows about it. This man has never even apologized for the joke about alopecia till this day. We're talking about Will Smith smacking him and him going and talking to attorneys about him being smacked. But what about you making fun of this woman's hair who has alopecia? You have not even attempted to apologize to her. It's not okay. What about Winnie Harlow? A lot of people talked about her skin condition. And people that were not okay with that. People were not okay with that. To want the girl from America's Next Top Model. People were not okay with that. She was not a big enough star for them to make it a big issue. But people were not okay with that. I know I was not okay with that because, first of all, that woman is beautiful. I don't care about her skin condition. She's beautiful, but should they be, because somebody called her a cow, I think. And that wasn't okay. Like, it was not cool. Now, she didn't go sue them, but I mean, because she had if it had turned into a problem like this is right now, Will Smith, she could have, because it's bullying. Honestly, we don't really care about the Oscars. We don't. We will not cancel him. We won't. We will love him through his pain. And Jada and Will, I think, them all the best going forward. I wish them all the best going forward and a safe healing journey. Absolutely, Destiny. How do we know if they've talked behind the scenes? It doesn't matter. He did it on a public platform, and we on YouTube. Y'all know we don't believe in no behind the scenes apologies. When you publicly embarrass somebody, we want public apologies, and that man should have definitely apologized to that lady publicly if this is serious. I don't care about no behind the scenes conversation. He should have apologized to her publicly. People need to understand boundaries. Absolutely. And that's the thing. People don't understand boundaries because people, and like I said in my last video, the fun shade girls is like, oh, it was just fun shade. The people who don't believe in fun shade is like, no, he smacked the shit out of him because that fun shade is will get you popped. And that's what happened. Fun shade ain't fun to everybody if you're the person that is getting the fun shade. It's not fun to everybody. Everybody cannot handle your fun shade. And in 2016, you made the joke. Okay, they let it go. But then you went on a comedy tour making fun of this lady still. And now you're here again at the Oscars 2022 making fun of her hair. Fun of her period. No, it's not acceptable. Didn't Regina Hall make a joke about LeBron James' hairline? Was his wife supposed to slap Regina Hall? No, because she didn't. She had to go on the whole comedy tour talking about his hairline. And if he was that upset about it, he could have just said something about it. Jada Pinkett has had a whole special at the Red Table about her alopecia. If you didn't see it, that's not her fault. She had a conversation about it. Watch Red Table Talk. Or, if you are a comedian, do your work. You can't make jokes about everything. Some things you have to do your it's not investigation, it's what's the word I'm looking for? You have to study what you're talking about. You can't just go on. What if people thought that what Hitler was doing was a joke? It's not funny. If your feeling was affected by that, it's not funny. People that think that it wasn't funny, it wasn't funny. Slavery is not funny, and I'm giving you the most drastic thing because that's still for some people who are dealing with it. That's how they might feel. So I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that I can't do that. Yes, LeBron James, okay. He could go bald and nobody's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm waiting for G.I. Jane too. We're waiting for you to be The Rock. Nobody's gonna say that. Chris knew about her hair. Everybody knows, and so did he. That's how I feel, Janet. Chris Rock know what he did and thought he got away with it. Absolutely. Absolutely. We don't know what is causing her alopecia. We don't know if there could be something underlying. People will act like they care if it's revealed she is struggling with something bigger. God forbid. Exactly. And that's what I said on my first video. She could be saying this alopecia. It could be something totally different, y'all. Look at the guy who did Black Panther. I forgot what his name is. But, I mean, they made fun of him for him being skinny and looking sick. And literally, he was sick and he died. But, what if Chris Rock had done that and then he died? Are y'all going to be sitting up here debating on the internet whether or not he should have made the joke or not? No, he was wrong. LeBron is very upset about people talking about his hairline. Well, I mean, nobody's publicly embarrassing him in front of his face either. So y'all do realize you have to prove that Chris knew she had a health issue. That joke was deeper than her hair. Demi Moore played G.I. Jane and cheated on her husband, Bruce Willis. My thing is this, like I've been saying, after he found out that she had a health issue, he never apologized. So, he might have told the joke, Will smacked him. My first thing would have been, yo, Will, I mean, we're cool. What's going on here? And then realized that his wife has a health issue. Oh, I made a bad joke. Let me apologize to this woman because I did not know. That man never did that. He never did it. So if he didn't know, he does know now. He still has not even apologized. So to me, I feel like he knew. I have a friend who stabbed someone and got 2 years probation, house 10 years fair. Exactly. Listen, I have a lot of friends who have done some things that are way worse than going up on the stage and smacking people, and they didn't even get a day of probation. They got a warning. So absolutely not. All jokes are not funny. Here is a big deal for African American women or African women. People made it that way. Exactly. I said this in my first video. My hair to me is a big thing, and when I thought I was balding in the middle of my hair. Nobody made jokes about it, but if they did, it would have felt a certain type of way towards me. Resources, due diligences, um, homework, yes, research. All those things are the words I was trying to say. But I was definitely saying you should do your research, yes, because you're telling jokes and you don't want your joke to hit the wrong way, and his did. Fact check is another one, absolutely. With a younger man, Ashton Kutcher. I don't know what that's about because I read a bunch of comments, so I'm not sure what that one's about. What do you mean a comedian tour about her hair? Did I miss something? I haven't heard that he made previous jokes about her hair. Her Jada Pinkett was a part of his comedy tour that he did. Like he didn't go on tour saying, Jada Pinkett's hair she's bald or she has alopecia, but she was a part of his jokes during his time. There have been many people who have came out since this happened and said, "Oh, I went to see Chris Rock at the comedy club, and he made fun of Jada Pinkett there too." So this is not just like a one-time thing. We've seen 2016 at the Grand or whatever he was at Oscars. People said that during his comedy tours, he's been making no jokes there too. So we see it in 2022. This man has been making jokes about this woman for a long time. So Will Smith was tired of it. Jada is tired of it. Completely unfair. It really seems they wanted a reason. The reason was they boycotted the Oscars. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett boycotting the Oscars was huge. And that could have, if for Black people, if we actually could stick together and do something, that could have really affected them. So they was like, listen, let me show you how to really boycott somebody. And y'all, now I'm telling y'all in the comment section, but y'all are helping them show Black people how to really boycott us in 2022. Listen, you try to boycott me, I'm gonna boycott you. You bad from here for 10 years. Let's see if y'all watch some Oscars for the next 10 years. LeBron does not care. Not like that. He can take a joke. This isn't that. And he can cut his hair bald and nobody's gonna make fun of it either, too. Fought all around have the same energy for everyone. I think I mean folks all around. Why did Jada not try to stop him when he got up and then laugh after? I'm just saying. I don't think that she knew what he was going to do. I don't think that she knew. She's struggling with her entanglement. I don't think she listen. But hairline and alopecia aren't comparable. That is very true. Well, I mean, I think hairline can be comparable to, well, not alopecia, because I mean, at some point your hairline it does go back. We know we getting there. Alopecia, everybody's not going to get alopecia. So I got you just simply. Alopecia can't currently be treated. LeBron can get a hairline transplant or treatment. And there's a lot of things for men right now that they can. That is so true, just simply. That's so true. Team Chris Rock, okay, good for you. LeBron, LeBron don't care. He can join hair club for men. That's what I said. There's so many things you can do for men's hair. Jada did say he had an autoimmune disease. Chadwick Boseman. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. And they made fun of him about being small. Tammy Roman, the same thing. Now, she didn't die, but, they were making fun of her about her being hurt, losing all that weight. She'd go smack Evelyn on basketball, and they do that all the time. She'd go smack her. You know what I'm saying? So, and she didn't know. And Evelyn apologized when she found out that she had, she had something too. I can't think what she had, but Tammy Roman is a different issue. I ain't going to compare her with anything. Once Will slapped him, all bets are off. Once you made jokes about my wife's health issue, all bets are off. They did. This is to affect him long term. He looks like a liability to sponsors and producers. They trying to destroy him. But how? I mean, he hasn't been problematic his entire career. And so all of a sudden, because somebody made fun of his wife who has a health condition, now he's a problematic and he's a liability? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yes, I think Chris knew too. He did. What happened to Chris Rock's reflex? LOL. It didn't happen because he knew better. Jada made a TikTok saying she didn't care what people think. She shaves her hair off. In the end, I feel like Chris Rock was in the right. So he's allowed to make jokes about people who have health issues. Got you. Will was just standing up for his wife, and Jada just rubbed people the wrong way. I feel like Will was right in what he did, but he made a mistake doing it publicly in front of white people because apparently that's the issue people have is they should have done it in front of white people. I don't feel like Chris Rock was right. I feel like, yes, maybe you are right in making the joke, but when you realize the lady had alopecia, you should have apologized, period. Hairline and alopecia are the same thing. That is exactly what alopecia is. You can't change a term. Let's look up alopecia. This be here. Hair loss, also known as alopecia or baldness, refers to a loss of hair from a part of the head or body. Typically, least the head is involved. The severity of hair loss can vary from a small area to the entire body, or scarring is not usually present. Hair loss is some people is in some people causes psychological distress. So, I mean, to me, even reading that, I mean, the causes of alopecia, it could be an issue for somebody making fun of it. It says it could be causes for psychological distress. Um, it's hair loss, and it's a black woman having the hair loss issue. Me making a decision to cut my hair off for a fashion style versus me not being able to grow my hair back is two totally different things. Did I read? Oh yeah, I did. Will did not go to Oscars that often, I'm sure, but they will let it down, let it die down and meet again in a few years. It's about money. Will is blockbuster movie maker. He is. No one is saying that what Will did was okay, right, Cat? We're just saying that we get it. LOL. We ain't canceling Will Smith. That don't even sound right. It doesn't. Tammy has diabetes. Okay, yeah. And whenever that's what I'm saying. So, people were making jokes about that. And, but they didn't go on a tour. They weren't going on national television at a award ceremony doing that. So, that's my thing. She's diabetic. Got y'all. I'm cool with funny jokes. I'm cool with playful roasting or reading. However, it's not cool to say an unfunny and somewhat cruel joke. That joke flat out wasn't funny. Thank you. I mean, listen, if you ain't been around somebody who's had a health condition and had to deal with how their self-esteem has been, maybe you don't get it. I'll give people that. But if you have been, then you understand what happened here. And I think that for a lot of us, especially black guys, I mean, I remember growing up, I had very long hair. There was a boy that in my high school, we both grew hair out. We had braids, but his hair would only it would stop where this earring is at right here. My hair was down to my back, middle of my back. But he just knew his hair was better than mine. It was, they made jokes about it. After a while, he started fighting. He fought somebody. He was like, quit talking about my hair. In the black community, I feel like, our rules look a little bit different. And yes, don't make a mockery out of us in front of white people, but sometimes you shouldn't be making jokes in front of us, in front of white people, because that's not a safe space. So I get it. I get it. Oh, they saying don't act the fool in front of mixed companies. Right. Got it. Okay, I got it. A slap is a slap wherever it's done. And no, I don't think Will was wrong. That's what I'm saying. That's only why they're mad, because he did it in front of white people. And I'm like, they smacked each other too. I didn't get it. I thought they were saying she was mannish. You want Tammy Roman? Sorry, my unfunny joke earlier. I'm leaving the conversation. I don't remember what it was. Chris and a whole good hair thing, not right. There were so many things he could have said, right? Why single out Jada? Not okay. And why keep doing it? Why do you continuously keep doing it? That's the thing. Okay, we heard in 2016. Why are you on a tour still making fun of her? And then in 2022, you thought it was funny again? You don't have any more jokes? Are you a real comedian? You have no more jokes besides Jada Pinkett. I would took a joke about the entanglement better than something that could have been a health issue if you didn't even know. Most common doesn't apply for everyone. I know someone who has alopecia in their hair loss in the middle of their head. Yeah. Two wrongs don't make it right. Exactly. But and that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're gonna be mad at Will, let's be mad at both parties. Like, he made a bad joke, Will made a bad decision. Everybody should be. So Chris should be canceled for 10 years too. If we're doing Will. No, I thought Chris was saying she was managed. I mean, maybe he was, but I mean, it was because of her hair. It wasn't about just the hair. He was calling her managed. Also, watch the movie. Yeah, I mean, and I get it. I mean, I get that because I said ping down on my set that you're saying that. I get it, but you have so many jokes you can tell, and if you don't, maybe you're not a comedian. Maybe you don't have good jokes. I've never really been a fan of Chris Rock's jokes anyway. And I've been seeing on the internet, a lot of people really have not been big fans of him. But if this is what you got to go to, I mean, again, for 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 6 years, you're making the same jokes about somebody. Like, get better jokes. They laughed at the first one, but you're back here 6 years later doing it again. The Crown Law was just passed, so black. Oh yes, yep. That is very true. Come on, the Crown Law was just passed, so black people, especially women, can wear their hair naturally in the workplace. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if that is the case, if they have to pass a law for it in the workplace, and that is her workplace, absolutely not. That this is not funny. And if you didn't know, where is the apology? Yeah, see. I don't know she has alopecia, and I thought he was referring her beauty even with no hair, just like Demi Moore, beauty with no hair in G.I. Jane. Both women are absolutely gorgeous. And then that's fine, Anne. But when you found out that she did have alopecia, then you should have apologized. It's simple. And even if that man had came there and smacked you, y'all still have y'all thing going, but you still have not even said you're sorry for making fun of this woman who has alopecia. Yes, our actions have consequences. Both cross a line, like you said. Both said boundaries. Yep. Not Chris Rock fan either. Yeah, I mean, it's simple. Listen, like I said, I understood what Will Smith did. Was it right? No. I said on that it wasn't right, but I understood it. So there are consequences that come with that. Got it. But 10 years from not being able to be a part of the academy, that's way overboard. That's way overboard. And then y'all still are not even penalizing this man for making fun of a woman who has a health condition. To me, it's you're picking and choosing what you want to be mad about. And this shows what it is, because this comes from them boycotting the Oscars that year. That's all this is. Well, I would have apologized to her, but that's me. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Anybody would have listened. If I made a bad joke and it affected somebody, I would absolutely apologize, hands down. But you're not about to sit here and not even like acknowledge the fact that you made fun of my health condition. Like, it's just not right. So I don't care. I mean, I feel like now that they did this to Will Smith, I'm over it. We've been discriminated for our natural hair. Other races are not. Chris knows that, so it was inappropriate and offensive. Thank you. This is my girl. I love when you pop up in this chat, because that's true. Here's a big deal. We just had a Native American student, first grader. His hair was cut by other students. It was big because of cultural reasons. Parents were outraged. Right. Even I was just watching the game on Paramount Plus, and Tasha Max, they cut Tasha Max's daughter's hair because it wasn't appropriate for her to play tennis. And she bought the school and they fired the lady. So if we're watching this on television, Chris Rock should definitely be held accountable for his bad joke that he made, because he never apologized. So this is something that's personal for him. He should definitely be held accountable. I'm sorry. Chris Rock has not apologized yet. I think because he is standing on his horrible joke. He doesn't feel like he did anything wrong, in my opinion, and because people are supporting that. Because he got smacked, his horrible joke gets to go. And it rides for everybody. And that's not fair. If y'all are suspending Will Smith, Chris Rock needs to go. He needs to go. Hey, boy, I caught you live. I'm so elated. Hey, what's going on? Thank you for catching the live. Chris Rock needs to be punished just as well. They gave Will Smith his. So when do we get Chris Rock's apology? And at this point, I wouldn't even want an apology. He needs to be held accountable for what his bad joke. I do agree Chris Rock should apologize because if he wasn't aware of her condition before, he is now, right? Here is the issue. We can assume what Chris was joking about. Chris could have been calling Jada the man in the relationship. We are wrong to assume anything. Okay, I even get this, right? So let's see. I'm gonna say something that we have said as some people have said as kids, your mama jokes, right? You know, when you say your mama joke, and then the person is like, well, my mom is dead. Immediately, if you have any kind of character and integrity, oh, my bad. I didn't even mean to say that. I'm so sorry. You apologize. So it's not about the joke. It's about the fact that this man has made this joke. This has been going on for almost like a week or two, I think. A week now, I'm going on 2. There's been no apology. It's okay to not know. But when you do know, you should apologize. When you find out that you made a bad joke, yes, you apologize, period. So I get this comment, but when you find out, you apologize, period. Remember the high schooler on the wrestling team was made to cut his locks before he was allowed to compete. I don't remember that, but, you know, I know that stuff like that has happened. Did you see the TikTok of them talking after? No, I didn't see that. Thank you so much, Adjusting My Crown, for the super sticker. I really do appreciate it. For supporting my little small channel. I do appreciate all that. Yes, I think so too. So, Deb, see? What if he will told him ahead of time, more jokes towards my wife in that matter? I mean, I think even that would be inappropriate. Like, yo, I'm make a joke about your wife. We would have been like, please don't make a joke about her hair. She has alopecia. She's struggling with that. And it's something that she deals with every day. To me, that would have been appropriate. And he went off the script, right, which also was wrong and unprofessional. So he shouldn't be invited back either. Exactly. That's my whole point. I just wanted all to go away and give Wendy her money. LOL. Sorry, bro. I do want it to end as well too. Like, but if Will is getting a punishment, Chris Rock absolutely needs a punishment as well. Like, under no circumstances does he go without having the punishment, because if Will got one, that man made fun of a sickness. They went and they was going crazy over a damn gorilla at a zoo. Y'all remember that? So making fun of somebody who has a health condition is not acceptable under no circumstances. And now that you know you have still not apologized, he needs to have a consequence as well. I don't care what nobody says. Thank you, Justin My Crown. Now, I didn't know it's 10 Rock Brothers. Like, dang, Will. I hope you got them Philly hands, or at least a ride to Bel Air. See, now that was a funny joke, right? That was a funny joke. It didn't attack nobody's health issues. And those 10 brothers could have come and fought him. Meet you in the parking lot, meet you in Philly so you can go to Bel Air. Like, that would have been a funny joke. But you're making fun of a woman who has a health condition. And you found out, and then all of a sudden, like, you never apologized. Like, that ain't okay. Miss Riella, what's up there for you? Thank you. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I'm not saying that Will Smith was right, but Chris Rock deserves a punishment as well. And Will does not deserve 10 years. I'm sorry. Will saying she's suffering would be a contradiction, because Jada herself says she's fine with her hairline. He doesn't care what anybody thinks. Listen, until somebody makes fun of it on national television and millions of people see it. Then all of a sudden it could feel differently. I mean, I said I came up here on the internet and said I'm okay with people not liking me. I could be canceled any day. But when it happened, it hurt. So I think it's cool to say. I mean, we say things, but when it actually happens, it's different. You appear very angry. I'm not angry at all. I'm very calm. I'm very cool. Feel very great. Thank you. Exactly. What else is she going to say? Yeah, I mean, I think that you try to work to be okay with your health condition when you have it. I have high blood pressure. I mean, people start making jokes about it. I don't know how I would feel. Right now, I'm cool with it. But you start making jokes for 6 years, I mean, it might bother me. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But I think that eventually, sometimes there are just things that are off limits, and this was not it. I have no idea how I seem angry, but listen, people feel the way they want to feel. So she says she is fine, but did you all see her face exactly when the joke was said? Didn't look like she was fine to me. It didn't look like she was fine to me either. And her husband wasn't fine with it either. So, again, people say things up front because we're coping with different issues that we have, because people ain't making fun of it. But then when they start making fun of it, it changes sometimes. I might not feel the same way I felt when I said I'm cool with it. I would have been, it would have been an issue if Will did nothing or ignored the joke. That would have been an issue too. In his face. He's passionate when he talks, period. Yes, I'm very passionate when I talk. I use my hands. I'll be like, yo, y'all be saying this. I'm saying this. And I use my hands a lot. I've been doing it since I've been alive. That's all. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm very, very calm. Check out my TikTok when I did what was this show? R&B Divas. I'm not angry. I'm very, very calm, bitch. I ain't calling nobody bitch. That's what was said on the show. I agree. It could be again. Jada has never made a statement saying she thought the joke was about her hair. People are assuming that's what she was upset about. She actually said that she regrets him doing it. But I mean, I'm sure you are. And like, shout out to my girl Nosy. She threw that man under the bus. She like forced some money. That's how I feel. And I feel like a lot of people who see Will's side, and probably people who have been through watching somebody go through a health issue, a sickness, or a disease, or whatever it is, could understand the anger that he had, if he was really bothered by it. I'm not sitting around watching somebody talk about my friends, definitely not my partner. Listen, I'm gonna smack you before you get it. I'm gonna smack you before you get all the words out. And I will deal with the consequences later. So, is it wrong? Probably yes. But my reactions is just a little bit different. Some folks misread passion for anger. Y'all know what we're saying, and if not, should be God decides enough and mature enough to let agree to disagree. Yes, let's agree to disagree. Absolutely. I'm sorry, I talk with my hands because I will be talking my hands. And I'm just saying, Interesting take on it, Miss Reed. So not the hair, then what? Like I've been saying, it could have been what she's going through with that struggle with it going on at home. This man making jokes about his wife for 6 years. There's a lot of different issues that are at stake with this situation. So there's a lot of things that he could have been angry about. And to me, again, even if the joke wasn't it, when that man found out that lady had alopecia, there should have been an apology. Can we just at least agree on that? He should have apologized. Period. The fact that he hasn't, and this has been going on all this time, your embarrassment should not stop you from apologizing to somebody that you have offended. Or even if you didn't offend her, what about other people who have alopecia who are afraid to wear their hair out? Because there are people that are like that. And any other sickness or health issue, we ride for those things. It's not okay. So when do you take this serious? All right, good night, friends. This time, have a good night, Destiny Morton. Thank you for tuning in. If you didn't already subscribe, subscribe. I just think that if one person has to pay the consequences, the other one does too. Period. And she could just not like him at all. She might have rolled her eyes, even if the joke wasn't about her. I don't know, and I don't like to assume things. I base my opinion on facts. Yeah. Thumbs up to Miss Ree. When did she lie? I don't think I said she lied. Exactly. He Crent has been messing with them. Oh, Chris Rock has been messing with them, and that must have been the breaking point for Will. Who knows that he did not years ago tell Chris to chill out. Exactly. And again, I think someone said, I think it was Miss Reese said, I don't assume things. I think we do have to at some point be like, yo, there could have been other factors that go into this. Again, people are acting like alopecia is like, girl, you just lost your hair. It ain't that big of a deal. But for some of us, I mean, I honestly, for me, like, I don't know what I'm going to do when I start losing my hair. I love being able to have different hairstyles, different hair textures. I've done some things with my hair. You guys haven't seen me so far with different hair colors, different hairstyles. I love my hair. The day that I can't do those things in my hair, it's going to be a hard day for me. So for somebody to go making jokes about it, and if you do or you don't know, maybe it's a new subscriber to come on, and I'm bald headed at the time, I wear hats all the time, I could feel some type of way about it. Now, I'm not going to smack them, but if you go on a 6-year rant, if I see you, it's on site. That's just my thing. And I feel like, I get it. If it's funny the first time, haha, funny. But we're not going on a 6-year tour about me and the things that have been going on. Sorry, it's just not happening. Sorry, LOL, typing too fast. You being bald is sexy to some people, and it's sexy to people who are attracted to it. But if you have had hair your entire life and you lose it, it does take away some confidence. For some people, there has been bad blood between them for years. Chris also made a joke about Jada at the 2016 Oscars. Yeah, I said that, and that's true. And he's also been on a tour throughout those 6 years, and he's been making jokes about her. So, what's going on, Chris Maxwell? I'm sorry, Miss Ree. Most people, when sick, like to put on a brave front. Exactly. I'll even bring this up. When I was going through my stuff on YouTube, they were saying that my handshake because I have high blood pressure, so I'm a little shaky sometimes. Like my handshake, it's not a very notable thing. I don't think you guys can see it when I'm on YouTube, but when there was made a joke on YouTube, it was very offensive because I'm like, I can't control that. And it was people that I thought I was really cool with, which is why I hung with them in real life. But they made jokes about me having shaky hands. I'm like, well, I mean, I can't control my hands are shaky. So that's the thing that I'm saying. It's just like when people have health conditions, yes, I don't get on here and be like, y'all, I have to shake sometimes. My hands shake. I never get on and say that. But when people make fun of it, it's different. It hits different. In my opinion, there were other factors that went into it, but people have been pleading cases for people involved and not of us really knowing what any of them were thinking. I think that happens too, but I think that honestly, this could be a factor. And her having alopecia didn't just come out of nowhere. It was wrong. Just getting in, had a busy day at work, cool. It's the last thing you can control, and if you lose it, it's depressing. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Gigi, I so feel you on that. Like I dread the day that I lose my hair. I really do. You don't know when it may hit you how hurt. I'm sorry. You don't know when it may hit you how hurt you may feel. She's a human. To you sound like WP thing. Black women are superhuman. Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Absolutely, Erica. Absolutely. 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 That's what I'm saying. Like, just because people tell you something up front doesn't mean that nothing hits hard for them. Chris should have just stayed on script exactly. Instead, he deviate from the skit that was approved, and now he's upset because of consequences. Yeah, now you gotta sue people, but no, absolutely not. And I'm telling you, if I was the people, the people who have alopecia or the advocates of alopecia, I'll be marching outside of that whole courthouse. Absolutely not. You will never get anything because you don't feel sorry about what you did. Even if that man smacked you, it didn't even like register that, hey, I said something wrong or I did something wrong. Telling jokes is not an excuse for being malicious. I'm sorry. People think they're a comedian all the time in high school, as adults, as a job, but sometimes it's hurtful. You don't make fun of people who have health conditions. If you do, make fun of something that's not a part of the health condition, period. So I'm gonna drop this link one more time. If y'all want to come up here. If not, I'm gonna log off and give y'all like 5 minutes. Um, but yeah, you don't do that. And if you do, be prepared for the consequences. Sometimes it's not what you think is acceptable, but you cannot control how somebody reacts to your disrespect. I am wondering why did Will go to rehab? Rehab has a certain connotation. I feel like he went because people will not let it go. It feels like they feel like he has like an anger issue or something. And that's the thing they do in Hollywood. I'm gonna go to rehab so that it didn't come back with a story about me going to rehab so y'all feel better about me. But I feel like he should have went. I'm sure Jada feels some type of way, although she said she did not. I think she said that for her, not for others. Yeah, me too. He shouldn't make fun about it. Period. 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 Y'all, I didn't even know that Jim Carrey at 1997 MTV Awards tried to stick his tongue at Will Smith's throat. And Will Smith smacked him. She was clearly upset. We did see that. We did see it. Whatever happened when the camera cut off and the time we saw her walk on the stage, two totally different things. But she was upset about it. That's his wife. Why would he not? I'm sorry. If I ain't got no husband ain't about to take up for me when he knows what I've been going through, I don't want him. I do not want him. Every action has a reaction. I always say that. If you strike that match, you're gonna get a fire sometimes. Sometimes you will not, but you keep on striking that match, eventually that fire happens. Period. And he got slapped. People hate when I say that, but it's true. Sometimes you try to light that match on that lighter, on that little strip, and sometimes it don't light. But you keep striking that match, eventually you're gonna get a fire. And that's what Chris Rock got. It takes a real man, woman to admit when you are wrong. Just apologize. Exactly. Thank you, Candy R. Thank you for getting it. What's going on, Prosperity Thing Girls? Thank you. Honestly, I just feel like people, again, it's the fun shape. People who don't get it, I can say whatever I want to say. And like I said, sticks and stones never make my bones worse, will never hurt me. It's the thing we were taught in our childhood that was the wrongest thing that could ever be taught. Good night, Miss Ree. Have a good night. That was the wrong thing we were ever taught in life because words hurt more. I would rather get into a fight than for you to talk bad about me about things that really hurt that I can't change. Words hurt a lot more than actually getting into a fight. Sticks and stones hurt more. So I don't know who made that up, but that was the worst thing we were taught as kids. The worst thing. All right. What's going on, Busy? I'm actually about to log off, y'all. But thank you guys for tuning in. hopefully we all learned something today. Again, I get it. Will Smith was wrong. I get it. But I feel like all parties were wrong. And I don't feel like the punishment that he's getting, he deserves it at all. It's unfair. Especially if this has been an unproblematic man his entire career. What's going on that's still Queenie to you? This was good. Thank you, Trav. Thank you for joining me, Trav. I know you're not always over here, but I do appreciate when you're over here. Agree, yeah. Yes, come on up, Busy. Busy is not coming up here. We're not about to get into arguments. This is why he's not coming up here. I'm so glad to be here, SoDebNair. Thank you. I'm glad that you're here. I think that we have to be able to level ourselves out, ourselves as Black people, when it does come to us having disagreements, especially as celebrities. To me personally, I don't feel like we have to impress white people, especially if I'm Will Smith. He's already done it. You know what I'm saying? And if nobody has any, Busy is very childish, Mel. Very. If people don't understand both sides of that story, to me, you're not human. Both parties were wrong. So if one gets a punishment, the other one should definitely get a punishment. Especially, it's been over, and you have not even apologized to that lady. I don't care if she didn't say it was about the alopecia or whatever. It's it is the alopecia was on the table for everybody that knows about it because she's talked about it. So absolutely, he needs to apologize. Will Smith should not get 10 years in the Academy jail, because that's what it is. The Academy jail. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And her saying that she, doesn't bother her. Again, we say a lot of things because nobody's making fun of it or they're not poking at it. But when they start doing it, that story changes a little bit. Hey, little boss lady. Thank you for joining. He knew. Yeah, I think even if he didn't know, he knows now. Period. He knows now. Where is the apology for that? I wonder, though, if Chris will be more mindful of his jokes from now on. I mean, they said that his comedy shows were selling out now, so you got to get smacked by Will Smith for your comedy shows to sell out? Why wouldn't they sell out before? Good night, Janet. Will is a very nice person. He will be fine. I mean, I think he'll be fine. I mean, to me, I feel like Will Smith has all the money in the world. Will he really suffer from this? Probably not. But work-wise, will it affect him? Money-wise, probably. Because people are torn. I agree, they both were wrong, and 10 years is beyond excessive. Exactly. Ooh. Ooh. Once you know something, to me, I just think that you have to correct your wrongs, period. So I'm sorry if I took you guys for too long with this, but I just had to come on and talk about it because it bothers me that we're still talking about it. Hey, the man made a mistake. People make them. This man went through his entire career not making the mistakes. He let his wife sleep with another man. And we're mad because he got upset about a joke about his wife. We know that there's so many issues probably going on in the household to the point that this has happened. And we're sitting here going, wow, we're shocked that he went up and smacked him about a joke about his wife. No, his daughter's making letters to a dead man about his mom's love for him. I stand on my position. I'm still waiting to hear the joke. Both will be fine after a while. No one cares. Okay. I wonder if Jada is planning on putting Chris. Well, I would love to see that on the red tape. I would love to see that. Never too long. Okay. Yeah, I always overthink a lot of things. I'm a Virgo. I can't help it. I do overthink a lot of things, but I'm like, I don't want to be on too long. I'm glad you did because there's a lot of Will bashing on social media. It is, and I don't like it. I'm like, somebody has to say something. Let's level out, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to this conversation, because yes, the man made a mistake. your first offense, normally you don't go to jail for that. So 10 years in the academy jail is way overboard. It's somebody that was sitting on that board of the academy should be like, yo, now first of all, this is not right. I mean, this man made a joke about a lady who has a health condition and they even apologize. Why are we not talking about this? Where are the people who have like don't come up here. I think that's a great idea. Where are the people who are actually like, thinking about the full story, the full situation, and not just the part that they like and the part they didn't like? Like, where do people think about the full situation? And to me, I feel like I feel the same way, but I feel like I think about the whole thing. Will was wrong. Chris was wrong. One person apologized, the other one didn't. For my first offense, I'm not getting a 10-year sentence. I'm not getting away with making a joke about somebody's health condition. In real life, it don't happen like that. You get beat up in the hood if you're doing it. Sorry for the typos. Now you good. His personal life has nothing to do with it outside of what is in his life contributes to his reaction. Will made a decision. Yes, and so did Chris Rock. They both made bad decisions. One's getting a punishment, the other one's not. How's that fair? How is that fair at all? One gets a punishment for making a bad decision, the other one doesn't. I'm gonna tell you right now, had Chris Rock had kicked one of them people's dog, Pete would have been all over this. Think about that. Think about that. Had he had to kick the dog or did something bad to a dog, a cat, whatever, a pet, period, they would have been all over this.
I hate to be here like this. I really hate to be here like this under these circumstances, under these issues, conditions. I hate to see y'all like this. I hate to come through here. Lock him up. Don't put your hands on me. And it don't matter how bad my joke was, whether or not you thought it was funny, whether it was in poor taste, whether I should or should not have said it. Do not put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on no one. If my child went to they're in kindergarten, dusted a little bit of sand on somebody, and by mistake, because they kicking up their feet, and now somebody beat them up. Oh my God! Oh no! You shouldn't have kicked no sand. Everybody was wrong. I got suspended once when I was in 5th grade, and I was a part of a play. I'll never forget it. I got beat up. Like, I got beat up. It was on the bus. The boy beat me up. He was talking all this stuff, and my mom said, don't let nobody talk crazy to you. Like, just so respond. But the man was like, the boy was talking all types of crazy stuff to me, so I was just responding, and I got beat, and then I got beat up. And the principal said, well, you shouldn't have been talking back, because if you didn't say anything back, then he would.
That's true.
He antagonized me. I was going to get beat up regardless. He wanted to pick on the little gay boy. He wanted to pick on the little gay boy. That's what people do. It's not a no. You are part of the LGBTQIA community. People just want to fight you just because
for being gay. Because when people
there has been people.
Gay, listen,
there's a person who just got stabbed just because he's gay. People just want to kill you, beat you up, hit you because you're gay. So now I'm getting in trouble because I got beat up because of who I am. I just responded. You cannot sit here and make something that was not right, that was not wrong because of how the other person reacted. We're giving Wilton Smith too much grace because we like him. You did. He did something that was not right.
So did Chris Rock.
He made a joke. He's a comedian.
It was a bad joke.
Okay, so sorry, bad joke.
Okay, sorry.
You don't beat up people for jokes. You cannot hit someone for a joke. You cannot hit someone for a joke. I talk shit about you all the time. I wish you would put your hands on me.
I put my hands on when I saw you on over the weekend. You threw a bag on me and hit me in my chest for your bad jokes. You remember slamming that Chinese food on my chest?
It could have happened. It could have happened.
So should I be upset about that?
If you would needed to sue, I would have to say, you know what? I guess I understand.
I just don't. I don't think it's. I don't. I think they both should have consequences.
No, we didn't lay hands on each other. And
Chinese food on my chest. Y'all saw it.
I never touched him with anything.
Like, so Deb, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. I mean, it took the wind out of me. I used my inhaler after that happened, y'all. I did. I was very traumatized, but it was I mean, I didn't even know what I had did. Y'all didn't cancel busy, so I mean.
Chris Rock did not do anything wrong. He should have sued. He should have sued. Yeah, that part true. He told a bad joke, and people tell bad jokes all the time. You know how many times I be on this channel? It's like that didn't land. Like people tell bad jokes all the time. You don't need to get slapped for your bad joke. And I would hate for you to finally meet a celebrity who maybe, now, we're getting more interviews. We're getting more into the industry. Now you see somebody slapping you because they're like, oh, you said something on your channel. That's not appropriate. And now we're suing.
The girls been fighting for bad jokes on the reality shows, and they ain't get canceled. So I mean,
yeah, but that's their lane. Okay, I cannot be a comedian or a commentator, and now you slapping me because you don't like my commentary.
But you're making jokes for 6 years, though. It's like it's not the first joke. Yeah, you're antagonizing my wife.
It's been working.
It hasn't been because I mean, he ain't even that funny. But I mean,
it's been working
for who?
Chris Rock's still here.
I mean, he's having sold out shows now because Will Smith smacked him. So maybe he gave him the Midas touch.
And he's been hosting the Oscars and having sold out shows or whatever. Whatever the reason is, he don't have to act like somebody else's daddy to get an award. He doesn't have to act like somebody else's daddy to get recognition. He can just be on the stage by himself. Where Will Smith has to sit up here and pretend to be somebody else's daddy or somebody who was homeless, somebody who's living in the world by himself. Chris Rock can just come on the stage. I don't have to be somebody else, okay? Just like Candace said to Sharice, I don't have to. You don't have to. I be her cake. I just come out. I don't have no alter ego. I just come out. Chris Rock comes on the stage, and this is what the people come to see. And you have to pretend to be somebody else to get an award, girl. You're mad.
Let me ask you a question. So when you heard that Chris Rock was hosting,
I don't care. I don't even know what the question is.
Did you tune in because you're like, oh, Chris Rock is hosting the Oscars? I want to watch because Chris Rock is hosting it.
I don't care about any other hosts except for Trevor Noah.
Exactly. Nobody tuned in for the Oscar because of Chris Rock. So it's not like, I mean, he got the job. We all get jobs we shouldn't have sometimes. But I mean, he got the job. But he's not selling out shows. He does. I mean, I can't even think of a movie that I was like, damn, I love Chris Rock in this movie.
Yeah, but you're not a Chris. I'm not a Chris Rock audience. I'm not a Chris Rock audience.
The internet's been saying it though. I don't really even like him that much.
Is it the internet? Is there a Black Twitter?
Maybe it's on Black Twitter.
Thank you. So there's a
white Twitter is more credible than us. I mean,
I'm not saying white Twitter is more credible. They're big artists. I just learned about Dua Lipa. There are just people. But the girl's a major pop star around the world. So it's just because Black Twitter says we don't understand and this is too much doesn't mean the world isn't like. Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying.
I want to say it's a little bit. I'm not like a diehard Will Smith fan at all, but I just
feel this
is overboard for me. This is overboard.
What part is overboard?
That they took him from the Academy for 10 years. It's overboard.
When someone hits you, what should happen?
For the first offense, if you go to court in real life,
no one's going to charge you for a joke.
They're not going to give you a 10-year sentence for your first offense. Will Smith have never done nothing. It's too much.
Yeah, this is the court of in a court of law. No, this is saying you can't come to the meetings. Y'all acting like Will Smith. Oh my God, they did too much. All they said was, well, Will Smith can't come to the meetings, and that's once a year. And and it's a
But it also
privilege,
affects the
upper
stuff that they're
echelon.
doing.
It's an
No, it
upper
also affects
echelon thing.
Because it affects the people the stuff they do like Bel Air. This is my biggest concern. Is Bel Air. Are we not gonna be able to get another season because of Will Smith?
And you
Like,
know what the
happened?
problem is, and you know what the problem is, and there's been so many black women who have said this, and other mothers or people. Why do I now have to choose and pick? And you made that decision. Now I could be a fan. Will Smith. You could be a fan of Bel Air. The world could be a fan of Bel Air. But when the host, the executive director, when Harvey Weinstein, all of that stuff started coming out, I know people was like,
Oscars either.
I'm not saying the man lost his Oscar. The people are not going up for a Harvey Weinstein anything anymore. Now Harvey Weinstein is not being shown, and the girls are not talking about him. But
because he should not be shown.
Are we not producing any of his stuff anymore? No. When Bill Cosby, when all that stuff happened with Bill Cosby, I know where. No, seriously, because I've been wanting to watch.
I think they're playing on TV One still. I think I just saw an episode on TV the other day.
If TV One is playing Bill Cosby shows, I will be watching. What I will say is that everyone was held responsible because of how Bill Cosby reacted, and that's Felicia Rashad. Anyone who had a part in, I had a role on the show, and now because Bill Cosby wanted to put a quaalude or allegedly in his wife, now I'm responsible. Will Smith, you can't say why. The only thing that bothers me is Bel Air. Will Smith made.
I didn't say the only thing. I said that's the thing that's most.
Will Smith made the decision to go up there and slap
Chris
someone.
Rock made the decision to make a bad joke,
and Will Smith could have sat his ass down.
And then what?
We go on with life.
Or I mean, again, he should have smacked that man. They could have smacked like alopecia is not something to make fun of.
But he did not.
Maybe you don't know. Listen,
but he did not.
Alopecia. Maybe you don't.
But he didn't.
Alopecia. So maybe.
Yeah, but we can't go off of that. He did not. He slapped him.
I'm just saying. The thing is this.
He used physical violence.
And we talked about this before when we talk about Tony. You cannot control somebody's reaction to your bad decisions. Some people talk the talk, some people walk the walk. It's two different people. And if this man been for his entire life ain't been problematic at all, he ain't known for doing this stuff, and all of a sudden you upset this man. He didn't just walk up on the stage and smack you for no reason. Apparently, it wasn't like it was something that didn't bother him. Like he did it for a reason.
There's no reason to put your hands on me.
Sometimes it feels like that, even if you get the consequences.
I'm glad you're single. Do not touch me. Don't touch me. That sounds very abusive. That sounds very abusive.
I'm not gonna stay in abusive. I'm not gonna stay in a verbal abusive situation at all in my life. I'm sorry. You cannot verbal abuse me because I know eventually I'm gonna be a Will Smith. That's why I would leave before you. You cannot.
And so, by your own admission, it's best to leave first. By your own admission, it's best to leave. But you're also saying Will Smith is right. You're saying yourself, it's best to leave. I'm not going to be.
Saying he's right. What I'm saying is that
it's been real, y'all.
I understand it because obviously it bothered him to some point because this man has been doing it for 6 years. That's all I'm saying. Yes, and Bill Cosby movies are still being played. Thank you, Kamal Jones. And then cussed him out twice from his seat. He could have stayed in the seat and done the cussing. He could have.
That part. That's the thing is, and I'm glad you brought that up, Am. Because there's so much
reactions.
You cannot. I'm gonna be very clear and very fair when I say this.
Okay.
You can't make someone mad and then try to tell them how to react to something. You just cannot.
Right.
We also live in a society of social norms, laws, rules, and we all innately just agree to these things. Touching someone, shooting someone, killing someone, stealing from someone. All these things are crimes. They're wrong. You should not do that. Now, I don't know of the laws of picking on someone. Now, we do know that suicide has become a high rate.
They have a lot of organizations about bullying. It's
We
not
do
okay.
have a lot of suicide rates where organizations are really focused on things that drive you to taking your life or doing harm.
So let's not act like that's not a problem.
I'm not acting like it's not a crime or a problem.
We're clear.
I'm sorry, I'm not acting like it's not a problem. It's not a crime. It's not a crime. Not that it's not a problem.
Until the person ends their life, and then it's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem, but it's not a crime.
We shouldn't. So do we wait until then?
It's not a crime. It's not a crime. It is a problem. You should not be picking on someone to the fact to lead them to end their life. You should not do it. But it's not a crime.
Thank you, just simply. Them together.
Oh, yes. Sorry. But it's not a crime. These things, unfortunately, they're not a crime.
I agree.
One thing is a crime. One thing is not a crime. Picking on someone, making a joke of someone, those are not crimes. They're not. Touching, stealing, hitting, killing, those are crimes. You are not allowed to attack someone's personhood. You can say something about someone's personhood. Does that make it right? I'm not saying that it makes it right or wrong. When it comes,
is it okay to do it?
What is or isn't okay are all personal choices.
I don't. To me, again,
because I can say your house look ugly, and you put a whole lot into your house, and now you got a vengeance against me, and you're ready to kill me, and I had no idea. Because I was just trying to say your house.
You say my house is ugly one time. Okay, I get it. It's funny to you.
Oh, I've been talking about your house for 10 years. It's
an ugly house for 10 years. When I see you, and then you make the joke in front of my face, it might be on sight. You know what I'm saying? It's a cause and the reactions to things. Sometimes the reaction that you are been getting because I haven't been present might be different.
Why did I jump on this? This is Monique. And can I? Okay.
That's not all you gave me.
What? Why did I come on this thing?
I don't know. Let's agree to disagree.
So I'm about to go to bed.
Because you're not about to be mad at me after this is over with. We're not doing that.
I'm not done. Good night. Love you. Talk to you later.
Yo, we would have been arguing for real. I'm like, I'm trying not to. Yes, a threat is a crime. That is very true. I have no. Listen. I am weak. Yeah, I am logging off. I do appreciate y'all for being here for this. Listen, no matter how we all feel, at the end of the day, I just want people to understand that sometimes words are more hurtful than the actual physical thing that happens. It is. As a person who has dealt with that throughout my entire life, I get it. I'm not saying that one is better than the other and one is wrong and the other one is not, but both things should have a consequence. That's all I'm saying. Thank y'all for tuning in here. Thank you, Busy, for even attempting to be over here and then realizing when I told you not to come up here. I love y'all, and I will probably see y'all. What's today? Friday. I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna do live tomorrow. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in, and comment in the comment section if you are tuning in late. I wonder how y'all feel about it. What do you think about the things that we have said in the chat? You know, that I said on the live. I so would appreciate that. If y'all are in the chat now, please comment in the comment section. Love y'all, and